Well, Pi and I are in Shenzhen town, and I've just been to the pharmacy, and the fella there spoke perfect English. So I explained what was the matter. He said, yes, it's probably gastroenteritis. So he gave me some charcoal tablets, and I'll try them out and see how I get along. A little bit uncomfortable, seriously. Not as bad as yesterday, but you know, if this works, then I'll be a happy bunny. So we're just going to take a walk through the market. Always very, very busy here on a Sunday market. But there's just so much going on. As we came into Shenzhen town, there was about half a dozen bikers, all on big bikes, touring bikes. One of the guys had a Ducati Multistrada, another guy with a Honda Africa Twin. Very, very nice. It is nice to see, but again, you know, this area, it's just perfect for touring on a motorbike. You just got everything here. I couldn't actually think of a nicer place you could go touring on a motorbike apart from the Swiss Alps. I've always fancied that. I've seen a few videos on the Swiss Alps, in particular a chap called Baron von Grumble. He makes some pretty good videos, and he did a tour through the Swiss Alps, and the footage was just incredible, absolutely beautiful to look at. Yeah, it's something I'd like to do, and when I showed it to Pi, she said, you know, she'd love to be able to get on a motorbike and go around there. Just look at all this stuff though. I said to you the other day about Pi getting the tamarind off her mother's sister's tree, and we get them for free obviously, but they're 90 baht at the market here. For a smaller variety it goes down to 70, and then for little tiny ones 60 baht. Someone asked me the other day about riding a motorbike in Thailand and have I got any safety advice. Well, I guess the first piece of advice would be, if you don't have a motorcycle license back in your own country, then don't come here and ride a motorbike. It's as simple as that. I would seriously check your insurance. It's almost a foregone conclusion, if you have an accident and you don't have a license, you won't get covered for any medical expenses that you incur if you have an accident. I've got one of our subscribers and a friend of ours, Chris, and he's about to come out, and he checked his insurance and they won't let him ride anything over a 125, and they said because it's so hazardous. So obviously insurance companies do have restrictions on it. I would seriously check first before you think about riding a motorbike here. My second piece of advice would be definitely wear safety gear. Yeah, you're going to be hot, and yeah, you're going to be sweaty, but you've got to ask yourself, what would you rather be, hot and sweaty, or in a hospital with broken limbs, road rash, or worse, on a morgue table? It's as simple as that, really. This is all just common sense, and you know, if you decide you want to come here and leave your common sense at the baggage claim department, then that's entirely up to you, but you'll be surprised at how many foreigners pay the price for it. I've seen some horrific accidents here, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody, I really wouldn't. So yeah, do your homework first before you come here. You know, do a little bit of research if you're thinking about renting a scooter or a big bike, and definitely make sure you know how to ride first. Again, riding or driving here is extremely perilous, simply because of the way they drive. But it doesn't mean that you can't come here and ride a bike or drive a car and stay safe. You can, you just need to use your common sense. Simple as that, really. Right, we're going to go to the noodle shop and get something to eat. My little stomach, oh, does it need some food? Such a great little market though, because it's got absolutely everything, including these mosquito tents. How nice is that? Yeah, it's one of the real downsides of living in a tropical country, of course, mosquitoes. They are horrible. They bite and then they itch, and and of course there is the issue of malaria and dengue fever, and you don't want either, trust me. Make sure that you use insect repellent. Well, Pi doesn't feel very well. She was swimming in that lake yesterday and it was cold, and now she has a fever. So well, I did tell you. I said to her yesterday, don't go in there, it's too cold. But no, she loves it, gotta go in there. And now paying the price. Well, we're back from Shenzhen town, and thank you, Chris. Big thumbs up to you, mate. Those charcoal tablets seem to be doing the job. The pharmacy said to take 4 straight away, and then 2 every few hours after a meal. So, but already it's beginning to feel a little bit better. So thank you very much, mate. It's yeah, it's coming down a bit. It's almost a relief. Starting to feel like normal again. Somebody asked me the other day, strange question, but are there any bars where you live? No, there's not. There's certainly some in Chiang Rai city, so about 100 kilometres. I don't really have any interest in them, to be quite frank. No need for them. I'm like most guys. I do like a beer. I do like a drink. Liquor's more my thing. Bourbon. Very much a fan of Jack Daniels, or better yet, Wild Turkey 101. So, but I don't drink a huge amount, and again, it's because I've got a weak stomach. I do have to be careful with what I consume. So, no bars, there's no bars around here. No nightclubs either. Somebody also asked me the other day about our other dog. We do have another dog. This is Bao, and that's my father-in-law's dog. House dog? No, not really. He kind of pleases himself. If we go to the farm and then he decides he wants to come to the farm later, then he'll trek the 4 kilometres on his own. He'll just do as he pleases. So he pretty much spends time here and at the farm. But again, nobody ever takes him there and nobody ever brings him here. He just does pretty much what he likes. And at night, he'll sleep right on the top step, just there. He guards our room. That's good, isn't it? And he's not a barker. He won't bark at anybody. Anybody can walk by, even in the dead of night. Somebody could just walk by the house and he won't bark at all. But if they came on the property, yeah, he'd make a lot of noise then. So yeah, he's not a bad little dog. How difficult is it to find Western food and drink here in Thailand? Really depends where you are. For instance, Phuket, it was a breeze. There are lots of supermarkets now in Phuket that stock Western produce and drink, from wine to spirits, all sorts. So yeah, in Phuket it's very, very easy. When I first came to Chiang Rai, I went hunting for a bottle of Jack Daniels, couldn't find it anywhere. Even in Shenzhen town, there's actually a booze shop in Shenzhen town, but it's all Thai-based stuff, generally beer. And even trying to find something like San Miguel Light is not that easy. The only place that I do know of is Central Festival in Chiang Rai city. Within Central Festival you'll find Top Supermarket, but it's a bit thin on the ground. They have a fantastic bakery section, there's no two ways about that. Their deli sections, again, it's you know, can't find things like liver pate, anything like that. As far as the booze is concerned, not a huge choice in wine. And as far as spirits are concerned, liquor, I found Gordon's Gin, I found Jack Daniels, but if you're looking for anything a little bit more exotic, say Drambuie, Baileys, you know, drinks like that, I've never found it here. It basically comes down to supply and demand. You know, if there's little or no demand, then you know, supermarkets are just not going to supply it. It's as simple as that. And there are not a huge amount of foreigners living up here in Chiang Rai. On that note, 3 hours away in Chiang Mai, of course, there's a large expat community. So I've never been there, but I'm assuming that the supermarkets there would cater more for Western tastes. I've said this before, you know, if you're thinking about becoming an expat, and this is regardless to where you're going to live in the world, there are, apart from missing your family, there are certain items that you'll miss, and it's generally all the silly things. such as, you know, food items that you're so used to. So if you're ever going to become an expat, you need to bear this in mind. Is it easy getting married in Thailand? There are two ways you can do it. First of all, you can go for a traditional Thai wedding. It is not legally binding, however. If you do what we call a village wedding, it's not legally binding. But in the eyes of the Thais, you'll be married. If you want to make it legal, then as a foreigner, you'll have to go to Bangkok and you'll have to go to your embassy. At least that's how it was when I got married. It is a hassle. There's a huge amount of paperwork and it can take you up to a couple of days. There is a solution to it. When Pi and I decided to get married, we had to go to Bangkok for some other bits and pieces. I had to sort out my new passport. So what we did, when we were standing outside the embassy, a couple of people approached us, basically marriage visa touts. And they basically said, you know, you guys getting married? And we said, yes. You know, and they said, well, we can sort it all out for you within about 3-4 hours. The price was 10,000 baht. What the price is now, I really don't know. But I actually negotiated it down to 8,000 baht. And basically what they did, they provided all the paperwork. They sorted out all the embassy documents that I needed. They also sorted out all the Thai documents that I needed, and arranged for a judge to marry us. And within 4 hours, we were married. It certainly is the easier route to go. So if you're thinking about it, yeah, that's your two options: either a local Thai marriage, but again not legal, or go to your embassy in Bangkok and sort out the paperwork. There are lots and lots of agencies that will help you sort out all the paperwork and get it done within a few hours, and it's worth visiting a few of them just to see what the different prices they charge. It's easy enough, but it does involve quite a bit of running around, but yeah, it doesn't take that long. Can I drive a vehicle or a motorbike on my existing UK, US, European licence? Yes, you can. Under the 1949 Geneva Convention of Road Traffic, you can. There are some that will tell you you'll need to get an international driver's licence. You don't necessarily have to, but according to the information I have, you're only allowed to use your foreign driver's licence for up to 90 days. So after that, you'll need a international driver's licence. You can get them here. And I think I paid 5,000 baht for my international driver's licence, and that was for 20 years. And that covers me for a car and a motorbike. You'll need to produce your own driver's licence to be able to get one, so they need to know which categories you qualify for. So, but it's a relatively easy process getting an international driver's licence. Basically just produce your driver's licence, fill out the form and pay the fee, and then within about 2 weeks you'll get your international driver's licence and you'll be good to go. Well, that's about it for today, guys. Pi and I got to get on. Lots and lots to do. Remember, whatever you do, have a fantastic day and stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.